this week in AI, I want to talk to you about Runway ML launching image to video, the AI in the Olympic Games, because that is obviously huge. And there was way more than I thought, actually. I want to talk to you about Meta AI Studio that just launched, and also a thing that they took down that was kind of bad, and they spent millions of dollars on that. And also, I want to talk to you about Gemma 2B, a new AI LLM from Google. That is kind of cool.
Oh, cool. Sounds super interesting. And I've actually got a few other things as well that happened over the past week. We're in the AI space that I want to talk to you about, like the release of the SAM 2 model from Meta, the new AI wearable, and the mixed opinions that people have on it, as well as the ChatGPT voice mode that just dropped a couple of days ago, and people are slowly getting access to it. And also the announcement that was made by Canva a couple of days ago. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet.
Okay, cool.
And also the new program for publishers that Perplexity just launched. So
yeah, I just saw that one.
Plenty of interesting topics to cover today.
Yeah, I think we're just going to jump right in. There's a lot. Runway ML image to video, that's for sure something that I've seen a lot of people have been talking about, that I think it has Twitter kind of going on a spin, at least, because it looks so good. And obviously we love image to video, or image or video generation as a whole. So Runway just posted on July 29th that they now have image to video. And it's very weird. You probably saw this post, right? Like the images kind of stay the same, but then most of the actual generations are like things dropping on top of it, or painting on top of a figure. Yeah, there's another one here that is just gloopy on top. So the image doesn't seem to move around so much. Did you get a chance to play with it yet?
I haven't actually.
Yeah,
but I've seen a few clips from a few other creators on Twitter, and yes, they're actually on this clip you can see slight camera movement, but on most of them there's only like one or two moving elements. So I guess it depends on how you. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you prompt it, but the quality is decent, I would say.
It's really, at least it's very interesting compared to other. What is this? Jesus Christ. Okay.
Wasn't expecting that.
No, me neither. I really want to check it out myself and kind of prompt it a bunch before I actually give my real opinion on it. But it's definitely different than a lot of other AI image generators. And also this one was really weird because it doesn't seem like it's AI. Like the man's face, the shadow as well over the face, the hair blowing in the wind. That could easily be some sort of model or Instagram video or something like that. And this one even has a time lapse.
If someone showed this to me, I wouldn't probably say it's AI. Like it looks super realistic. The number 9.
Yeah, exactly. And even this one too, it could just easily be a time lapse of somebody trying to paint this building. And yeah, that's kind of what's super interested in with it. And the second thing that happened, so they released the image to video, and everybody was going nuts. And then they dropped another bomb of, they just released a faster, cheaper AI video model called Gen 3 Alpha Turbo. And I think I have the actual post here that we trained a new version of Gen 3 Alpha Turbo that can generate videos 7 times faster.
Wow.
Which is kind of ridiculous. And they have this video here that they're going through, that you can see that on the right side, we have the turbo model that is going in about, I think it ends up being 11 seconds. And boom, you got the...
Yes, super fast. Does it compensate for the quality though, if it's faster?
Yeah, that's kind of what people have been asking. And apparently it does. So the quality is as high, or it's very hard to say like as high or very similar as the other model. But here you can see that the goop is kind of, it looks more quality. While on the right
A
side, if you
little
see
bit
the
better.
goop, yeah, it does look a
Yeah.
little bit better. If you see the goop from the first part, you can see that it was more glossy, not as much detail, and a little bit more translucent and things like that. If you're wondering about if this is available now, they
I was just
had,
gonna ask.
yeah, exactly. This one is, they said, we'll be rolling it out turbo for image to video with significantly lower pricing over the coming days while also making it available to free users. So
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yes. So
For all the people in TikTok that is like, hey, it's not free. Now they have a free model.
yes, it is now.
Yeah, so that's amazing. Yeah, they said that it's matching its performance on many use cases. Obviously, we can't really trust what they're saying because that's what most of the AI companies are saying. Oh, yeah, it's the similar, same, whatever. But
Yeah,
when it
we
comes to
can't really
price,
comment on this. Yeah, we can't really comment on this until we actually go ahead and test them in
yeah,
action. So
yeah, like last time we tested Kling AI, that was not as good as the high quality. So
exactly.
when we get these updates, it's always kind of interesting to see how it actually be when we get our hands on it. But
Yeah.
Runway has been the best one.
Yeah. So don't ever trust AI companies on Twitter.
No, even when I did the research for this episode, I unveiled like a bunch of things, like even Sora video generator. A bunch of that was actually faked with like a balloon head
Was
and
it?
stuff like that. Yep.
Oh,
An actual
interesting.
filmmaking company made it. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So it's really like you can't trust anything you see nowadays.
Nope. Now, the question that most have been asking about Runway and kind of the controversy that they're in right now is that is it how is it trained? And actually, it's funny that the top comment here is the one that they refer to in the article as well. Are you able to share what you trained it on? There are many reports Runway may have trained on YouTube videos. I think clearing this up could put a lot of people's mind at ease. So Runway is currently in a lawsuit right now, in combination with a lot of other AI video generators and image generators. And one of the things that happened was that this media company, 404 Media, released a spreadsheet that was from a former employee of their plan of scraping a bunch of YouTube videos to train. And
It was actually their plan in the first place to scrape the data.
yeah. They were like on the spreadsheet, they were like AI Andy video number 1, AI Andy video number 2. Just train them on my data.
On your data. Yeah, and you got no credit for it as well.
Exactly. And this apparently is a big thing in most of video or even LLMs that they are trained on different data that they don't disclose what they train on. This goes for
Exactly that.
OpenAI. This goes for Llama from Meta AI.
That's true. That's
Everywhere.
that's probably like the biggest issue that all those companies are facing right now. Like some of the models are so good, like Gen 3 or Kling or Sora, and just you have to ask yourself, like, where's they get the data from? What do they actually train this on? So yeah, I'm not surprised at all, to be fair. And you know, the fact that they are so reluctant to release, to kind of share the information where they got data from, I think that kind of answers the question, doesn't it?
Yep. Oh, 100%.
Anyway. Yeah.
So there are even like this Ed Newton Rex. He's actually a founder. He was a exec at Stability AI, and now he has a nonprofit that is called Fairly Trained AI. So he's literally he's like the guy that you come to that has basically AI training data that you can get access to and train it fairly. So yeah, we'll see how it goes coming forward. But yeah, super excited about Runway, image to video. We already love image to video, and seeing Runway, which is the best text to video currently, kinda with Kling AI. We'll see how the high quality becomes with Kling AI. It's going to be amazing. So
yeah, I would love to. I would love to see how those two models like compare with when we have Gen 3 and Kling compared on the same prompts. Yeah, I would love to see that. But speaking of AI models, after last week's release of Llama 3.1 from Meta, we've actually got a new model from them. It's called SAM2, which stands for Segment Anything model. And basically what it does is it takes a photo or a video and it kind of segments and annotates different objects on it, or separates them, if you like. I'll show you some examples in a second, so it'll make a lot more sense. Let me just open up the article.
Yeah, this one is really cool. It's kind of I saw the video of like a skater where you can kind of instantly track the skater going through a skate park, and then obviously segment the background with the foreground, which is something that's really hard to do. And we would use green screen in the past to do this.
Yes, exactly. Now we've got an AI model to basically do it for us. It's gonna have like a lot of like real life use cases that we can use it for, from video editing to even research. And I'm just gonna show you some examples. This is the clip that you told me about, I think.
Yep.
See,
it looks amazing.
Yeah, so AI can like analyze the video and just like identify different objects and just highlights them, and it's super editable as well. I'm just going to show you some more examples. Oh yeah, I mentioned research. So, for example, here we've got like a close up on different cells, right? And then you can actually, or the system can like highlight the cells you want to do, and it will track them. So,
wow, that must have a real impact in like biomechanics. Because I've been going a little bit deeper into that, like how to live longer and longevity and stuff like that, where you can basically vaccinate yourself with an actual robot, and the robot can actually just kill different cells and stuff like that. So I bet like this technology would be really helpful to find viruses and other defects in the body.
Maybe, who knows? At the moment, it's only said that it will probably like have an impact on things like research, and yeah, as you say, it will definitely help. Obviously, researchers a lot, and I just want to show you one more example, like this one here. You can see that you can actually highlight not even objects, but like specific part of the object, and the model will actually recognize when the object kind of goes out of frame. So as you can see here, the boy is like running behind the tree, and kind of system knows it. So and then when he appears on the other side as well, you can see the highlight on his shirt still, which is incredible.
Wow. Yeah, that's something that's really hard to do, I guess. Like you wouldn't really, I'm not sure how they I'm not sure how they did that, but that's been a problem that I've seen from previous research papers as well, that they just can't segment. I guess this is segment anything 2. So I guess I read the segment anything 1, and that was an issue, that it just like glitches and can't really get the exact part correct when it goes behind a tree, or if it even has a hand over the face and things like that. It doesn't track the same thing across to the next frames, basically.
Yeah. So it has been massive problem for those kind of AI models, but it looks like they finally found a solution to this, and yeah, it's really cool. And also the fact that the model is open sourced and it's actually available under the Apache 2.0 license, so it means anybody can use it, which is always great. Which is kind of what Meta does with all of their models. I think they open source them every time.
Yeah, for most of them, they have open sourced most of them. Yeah, even their LLMs. It seems like they're definitely taking the open source path that a lot of other companies are not doing. And we'll talk a little bit about that later as well when we go to the Gamma 2.
Yeah, and I think the reason why this model is so accurate and good, it was because of it's because of the data it was trained on. So we actually know a little bit. We actually know a little bit more about what's behind the model this time. So they've said they've trained the model on the SAV dataset, which basically contains over 50,000 videos and like 600,000 annotations. So the kind of amount of data there is kind of what makes this model so intelligent. And also, what amazes me the most is that, as Meta said, obviously I can't confirm it. I haven't tested it, but even if the model kind of identifies the object that it hasn't seen before, so if it's outside of the data it was trained on, it will still be able to see it, which is just amazing. How intelligent it is.
Yeah, that's really interesting that it can actually learn from. It not only learns from the training data, but it learns from the real world as a whole.
Exactly. Which is
that's the next step.
Always great. It is the next step, really is.
Will this be used in like driving, autonomous driving?
Yeah. So actually, one of the real world use cases that they've mentioned in the blog post that they've issued was the fact that this kind of technology or this model will actually be used in autonomous driving to allow like cars to kind of identify and segment objects like the road signs or other cars, and obviously as a result improving the overall driving performance and safety, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's gonna depend on obviously how fast the model is, which I'm hoping it'll be pretty fast if they plan to include it in the self-driving cars. But we'll see.
Did they say anything about like how fast it is? Do they need like an actual video and then they need to kind of crunch the numbers on the video and then it actually segments, or is it more like real time?
I believe it's going to be more real time, but it will kind of come out in the wash, I believe. But yeah, so at the moment, that's kind of what we know. It's going to be it's going to be able to identify objects in real time. Yeah, that's pretty much all we know.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when there's like some Chinese news reports that have come out where like somebody does a crime and then 5 minutes later they've caught him. And it kind of feels a little bit like that. It could be used in like tracking systems and stuff like that, like easily identify somebody's face or personal or like facial features, clothing, everything like that. It could definitely be used in this way if it's like real time security cameras and stuff.
Yeah, I think they've got a system like this in China already, when like it can I identify obviously the face of the person they're looking for. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if they're gonna do something similar in the US and Europe.
Yeah. I can definitely say for video editing and stuff, it's gonna be huge because like rotoscoping in After Effects, they kind of had this technology before, a little bit. But now that even getting better and you can just separate yourself from the video is such a game changer for video editing. Like my video editor is doing that all the time. And before that took a lot of time, but now obviously it's going to go faster and faster and faster. And I really love that. But since we're speaking of video models that can separate things out, should we go into the friends? I really want to talk about this AI wearable.
AI wearable. It's gonna be fun. Should we show the trailer? Or
I think we need to show the trailer first. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to show the trailer.
It's so funny because we've already seen 2 failed products from 2 companies. The AI pin that was like $600, I think, with like a $25 per month subscription plan. I don't know if those numbers are completely correct, but that was like the thing. It had a laser in front of your hand that kind of could do things, but it overheats really quickly, and then it doesn't really do what you want it to, and you can't order an Uber. Then we obviously had the Rabbit that was it unveiled. I don't know if you saw the CoffeeZilla video about that. The previous founder, he was like a crypto scammer, and now he went into Rabbit. That was kind of another scam. Did you see that?
Yeah, I haven't seen the actual part, but yeah, it sounds about right. Like, what else can you expect from a person who tried to scam someone over crypto?
Yeah, exactly. Now we got number 3, which I saw the trailer, but I haven't really seen much else. I checked their homepage, which is a very lackluster. There isn't much on the homepage, but I think yeah, we should show the trailer. Should I bring it up?
Yeah, if you can. Yeah,
let me get the video up here. It's only 1 minute 44, and we can stop it a little bit here and there to comment on it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Gosh, what a breath.
And by the way, it's called Friend, which to me, I was like, damn, they're
It's
really tackling the loneliness. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
We made it. Woo! I don't know how to woo very good. That's fair. All right, let's go.
And you see there that the first feature is that you get a text message.
Yeah, so it's weird because I would imagine, like, if you buy a device like this, it would actually talk back to you instead of you just talking to it. Because as we've just seen on the demo, she just like pressed the button and she talked to it and then got a message from the app, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Just quite odd for a friend, but yeah, let's keep watching.
Let me show you how to game, bro, okay? Oh, come on. Oh, let's go.
Serious. Come on, man. I hate this game.
Take notes, baby. Oh, man, you guys suck. Bro, you look like the back.
Let's go.
Dude, what?
I can't. This is too bad, bro. You're literally playing video games with a friend. That's what friends are for. And then the AI is talking shit to you.
I was gonna say that. Like, so it must have like a camera, right, built in, or something, because you can see, right? Or maybe it's integrated with other devices. It must see the screen to be able to like comment like this.
I'm not sure. I think that it was audio only, that it kind of takes the context from different things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't think it had a video or anything like that. But yeah, being with a friend and then having an extra friend that sends you a text to tell you that you're trash. Bro, is that something we need?
I don't think it is.
All right, let's keep going.
How did you do that?
I know the effects are crazy. It's dank. I could eat one of these every day. Sorry, I got you messy.
It's really nice up here. How'd you find this place?
I don't know. I just kind of like to come up here to be by myself. I've never brought anybody else. I mean, besides her.
She goes everywhere with you, right?
Mhm.
Guess I must be doing something right then.
I guess so. We'll see.
Ah,
Because it's so funny because you can see the guy like towards the end of this clip. You can see like he's probably thinking he's gonna be my first and last date with you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can see the face.
You're crazy, okay? I'm not hanging around with somebody with a necklace that's a friend that texts me.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is giving me super dystopian future vibes. Like you're on a date and then you bring, quote unquote, the friend. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
or maybe she texted him before. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna bring my friend with me if you don't mind. Winky face. And then she brings that.
Do you mean a real friend or yeah, if somebody is on a date with me and they bring their friend, I'm like, I'm out.
True.
Yeah, let's watch the last part here. Oh no, this. Yeah, so like you
$99.
said, I was kind of surprised that it saw. Is this some sort of fake advertisement? Fake advertisement that we've seen from all the AI companies that have launched wearables. It's basically, is this actually possible? Like, she says, or the friend says, this show is completely underrated. Does that mean that it's actually integrated with the phone? I think so, yes. But does that mean that it can see the
Possibly.
screen and understand everything that's happening? I don't think so.
Possibly. Who knows?
And then the falafel that is actually saying that unprompted, I think that is BS for sure. Because you would say like, hey friend, I'm eating a falafel right now. It's not really that. It will just be, oh yeah, I know that you're eating a falafel or something. But yeah, you did a little bit more research on this one.
Yeah, so I don't think like it's gonna work quite like it works, this looks like in the trailer, or maybe it will. Like who knows? But as you say, it would have to be like either integrated or have like some sort of camera that would like see through. And yeah, so I did a little bit more research on it, and so
they got the domain friend.com, which was pretty impressive in my opinion.
It was. I was so surprised to see. I'm actually going to talk about that in a second. But when I obviously first saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a flop. It's gonna be just like it's gonna end up like Rabbit or like the AI pin." And I think a lot of the people in the comments would agree with me. You can see they didn't like what they saw either.
Yeah, I saw that you posted the screenshot of the comments. I'm gonna receive here. Yeah, this guy saying this is awful. God, this world sucks. My favorite part was the guy gaming with his human friend and feeling lonely until his magic necklace talks shit about him and he feels better. Oh my god. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, people are not liking this.
Not at all. Because like if you think about it, like we've now got ChatGPT that has the voice and vision, right? Or will have soon. So I was thinking like, how is this any different to just going to ChatGPT and just starting and just talking to it like a normal person, and it will actually respond to you, right? With the new voice feature. So how is that going to be any better, right? Because the friend, obviously, it can respond to you. It'll just send you a text message, and I think what kind of maybe scared a lot of people was the way they've showed the device in the video. To me, it kind of gives off the Black Mirror vibes. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also the cost costs $99, which is obviously a lot less than the AI pin that costs around $600, but it still seems pretty much for a device like this, to me anyway.
Yeah, and Rabbit was like $199, but Rabbit had more things on it. Like, it had a screen, it had like the rolling thing, it had the camera, and it had a lot of things on it. This is basically just a click to talk, but yeah, it doesn't or we're not sure if it has a video output. I don't think that it has a camera on it.
I don't think it does. And with Rabbit, it was interesting because they kind of advertised it as being some sort of assistant or an agent, which immediately put Rabbit in a position to compete with big companies like Apple or Microsoft, right? Because obviously they have their own kind of AI agents, if you like. So, and that's what this device does differently, in my opinion, because it kind of tackles different problem, like the problem of obviously someone being lonely and needing to talk to somebody. But then obviously I thought, all right, but then we've got ChatGPT and all those different apps that kind of do similar things, like Character AI or Replica AI. But then if you think about it, those are just the apps that you have to go online, log in, and then chat to it, and then log off, and then kind of forget about it. But then with this device, it's more like it stays with you all the time. So you can just wear it and talk to it whenever you want to, really.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that I think I like about.
Yeah. I kind of like I like that because I've been also thinking about how to get away from the phone. And I think a lot of people are on the same path where it's like, oh, I have so much screen time. I want to get away from the phone. It's actually not relaxing me. It's stressing me. I'm using so much time on it. Scrolling, everything like that is something that people have a big problem with. And I do like that it actually is trying to take them away from the phone. But you get a text message.
but you get a text message, and you have to look at the phone anyway, and then you get distracted and then go on TikTok and scroll for an hour, right? So
you just get a text message, and then you get a notification from Instagram, and then you're on Instagram scrolling, you know? And
that's it.
Okay, so it's actually hard to tell. It's hard to say things that I like about it, because I don't think I like much about it at all. It's just like another device that you don't need, that you probably won't use, that you would have to use your phone, and you have to get the response, you have to use your phone. So why not just open ChatGPT, ask with voice conversation, which, we're going to get into that in a minute too, the advanced voices that are just insanely good. So you tap on the app, you chat with it with voice conversation, like a friend. You don't text with a friend. I mean, this is like some sort of pen pal that you just. Oh, it feels really weird. Now I would give it some. I would give it some. If it had these things, I would want to get it. And you think also about this, but if it had voice, then it would actually be. Then it would be a lot better, because then it actually has an LLM inside of it. It could use like the phone as a connection to actually, help it with the processing and everything like that through Bluetooth. That's fine. But if you can talk to it and it gives you different answers on your necklace, that would be fine. But definitely voice. Come on, we have this technology
Yeah.
already. You couldn't afford a little speaker, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That'll make it so much better. But apparently, from what I found out, the founder of this device actually said that a lot of people would actually prefer to communicate with a device or a friend like that. I don't know, they wouldn't be as comfortable just talking to a device, and when it talks back to you, they would actually prefer to just talk and then receive a text. That's the kind of problem that this product this product is tackling, according to the owner as well. And in terms of the LLM, I actually found out that it will have Claude 3.5,
Okay.
not built in, but sort of on the back end of
Yeah.
it. So it will be powered by Claude. So obviously, I wouldn't kind of maybe worry about the quality of the conversation, but then the voice feature, like if you're gonna release a device like this, like you need to have it. Like
Yeah.
it's
For him to say that he loves talking with a friend just over texts just shows you how lonely this guy is. The only conversation he has is in Discord chat and Reddit.
Probably.
I'm obviously trolling.
Yeah, no. And also they've bought friends.com domain, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, really? They went like head first into it. And I've got a question for you. Can you guess how much they bought the domain for? Because I've got the number, but
you actually did?
You can guess it. Yes, I've got the number.
Friend.com. I literally think that would be something that Facebook would buy because they're all about connectivity and stuff like that. I'm gonna guess something, but he must. Okay, I'm gonna guess maybe something like 5 million.
Not
Is it
as
way too much? Not okay, way too much.
Yeah.
Is
Or
it
not
below
way
a
too
million?
much, but no, it's above a million.
So like 2.3.
Actually, it was 1.8. So you were pretty close, but just 1.8 million for a domain, for a device that you don't know if it will actually sell. It's crazy, but they could actually afford it, because before they released it, they've actually raised $2.5 million for the whole project, and then they went ahead and spent 1.8 for a domain.
Yeah. They sit on the meeting and it's like, we need the domain. We're gonna use over 50% of the budget on just the domain alone. Do we need AI researchers? No. We got ChatGPT, we got Claude to do research. This is crazy. Wow.
Yeah, so they've spent most of the budget on the domain.
That's
what
ridiculous.
about what about the voice feature? Should we have that in as well? It's like, no, why? Just spend 2 million on the domain instead. It's gonna attract all the customers.
They could have actually hired people to make a good product. What about research and development? Product? Nah. Domain is everything.
Domain is the most important.
Pretty interesting. I mean, for me, this is just, I wouldn't buy this at all. I already have a phone. I already see it in 2 failures of a product that it's just the question is always, why isn't this an app? And that's kind of the framework that I'm thinking about it through as well. Like, if this was an app, it would be so shit. It will not even be comparable to ChatGPT or Claude. Like, why? Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have more about it. There was something that they said about like what's always listening mean. And this was interesting. When connected via Bluetooth, your friend is always listening and forming their own internal thoughts. We have given your friend free will for when they decide to reach out to you. So that's kind of a randomized, interesting thing.
That would be probably that would probably the strong argument. Like if someone was thinking about buying one, that would be strong argument, because obviously ChatGPT or any other apps like this obviously won't have this feature, even if you prompt it. So yeah, that's I guess one argument for.
Yeah. Also, the if I would buy it, I would also need to. It would be interesting if it had a lot of memory, like it actually remembers on this date you did this, on this date you did that. I kind of like those things where I can just like, hey, what did I do on July 27th? And then it actually remembers those things. That would kind of be cool.
That's it. And obviously now the question is, how much will it know about you? Like, if is it going to have like cut-off knowledge of like 2 months or something? Because obviously there's all that data it needs to store somewhere, right? So yeah, it's an interesting question.
Yeah, interesting. Should we jump to the next one?
Yep.
Yeah, the AI in Olympic Games, I think that was really, really interesting. So I'll show you that a little bit later. But I want to show you like the Gemma 2B or Gemma 2 2B. And what's really interesting about that is I'll actually give you show you the training that they did or the tests that they did on it. The thing that they focused a lot on in this blog here in particular was that they tried to make it super safe. And we've seen that from Google before, where they ended up saying, put glue on your pizza to make the cheese not fall off. Or if you're depressed, just try jumping off a bridge. So yeah, they're heavily investing into into actually making it safer, which I think is a good thing. But
yeah, it's a good start for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, they're doing it a lot here. And kind of the three things that are interesting with this is Gemma 2 is a 2 billion parameter, which is super small. It's like mini. And there are so many advantages for that. And they also, there are three things launching, which is Shield Gemma. And that is basically a safety layer. And then there is the last thing, which is Gemma Scope, that is kind of trying to find out what do AI do when you ask it a question? Because that's still a question that people have. It's like, you can ask AI a question, but then actually nobody knows how it works. So they're trying to figure that out as well. But I'll go into it now, which is that, first of all, is it better? Yes. So Gemma 2 is actually better than Mixtral 8X7B Instruct, which is one of their smaller models. It's a 7 billion parameter model. It's better than GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is also a smaller model. It's better than Llama 2, but now we obviously got Llama 3.5. So it's not on the level of ChatGPT 4. It's not on the level of Claude 3.5. But those are obviously hundreds of billions of parameters, so they're not trying to compete on that level. And I was kind of asking myself, why is it important to have a small model? And yeah, I asked ChatGPT about this, and basically, it's more efficient, it's more affordable, it's more flexible, it's more accessible. It has better privacy and security. You can have specialized capabilities, so you can train a 2 billion parameter on less things, obviously. It's easier fine-tuning, so that goes faster. It has a reduced risk of overfitting, and overfitting is like they'll start hallucinating a lot, or at least that's what I think. Sustainability, potential for innovation. So think about it like a very cheap, easy, fast model that doesn't require so much computing compared to a lot of the other models that just takes a long time to get the information that you actually want. Or, for example, when we talked about Grok, it takes, it will be finished by December. So it takes 3 months and X billions of parameters to actually get good on. And the best part here is you can run it locally on your computer which most like the biggest LLMs you can't actually do that. You can run it on the phone, which is a big plus, and even small enough to run off the free tier of T4 GPUs in Google Colab. So those are the main benefits of having a small one.
Yeah, I think the main benefit is going to be the fact that it's cheap, and that's what's going to convince most people to use this instead. And if you look at the graphs, like you can see that it outperforms some of the other models, GPT 3.5 and Mixtral. But those are some of the older models that obviously were released ages ago. And I kind of wonder how it compares to, for example, Llama 3.1 that was released last week, or is it like not, or is it not going to be a fair to compare the two models because of
that'd be really interesting. That I would love to see those stats, like even Claude 3.5 as well. To see it on those metrics. It probably there maybe is a reason why they don't show that.
Maybe there is.
Yeah, so one of the things that is cool about this is that it's fully open sourced, so you can actually get the entire code. And I was kind of wondering about, like, they don't say actually open sourced on the article, but they say open. And that's been kind of a place that I've been tricked in the past, because Mixtral, they say that they're open and people think that they're open source, and they're actually just open weights. But this Gemma product is something that they're focusing heavily on actually giving people the code, giving them everything so they can innovate, kind of like Llama.
Yeah, so it's actually going to be open source.
Yeah, exactly. So you can download all the model weights from Kaggle, Hugging Face, Vertex AI Garden, and you can even try it on Google AI Studio. So if you want to test it out, again, we saw the capabilities of it here, that it's not, well, it's better than GPT 3.5, which is still decent. You know, it's not the best. We're always looking for the best. But I think it's very decent in comparison. Or I don't even know, like, look at the Chatbot Arena ILO score, okay? 100 or 1,126, 1,106. So it got 20 more scores.
It's not that much. I think the graphs, because you've got the scale on the graph, like it starts at 1,070. I think if you look at like from 0 to 1,000 or 1,100, it's going to be like tiny difference. So
yeah,
it's just
super tiny difference.
Yeah.
So I hope at least that the pricing is really what is helping it a lot. But we got two things more to cover, and that is Shield Gemma. And this is basically protecting users with state-of-the-art safety classifiers. And this is obviously important because you can detect harmful content in model inputs and outputs. And they say here hate speech, harassment, sexually explicit content, and dangerous content. And again,
how can you sexually exploit the content that this model can produce? That's my question.
Talk dirty to me.
Talk dirty AI.
As a language model, I cannot do this. That's always like the test, right?
Did you try?
No, I didn't try yet. I need to go to the AI studio, I think. So it has like this is how it works. So you have a user input where, again, you have the Shield Gemma first, that is kind of looking at the context, seeing if it's any of these things, and then it sends it to the AI model. Then we have Shield Gemma again after the fact, and then you get the product output here, and you can actually give user feedback. So that's basically the approach that they go through to get this shield to get away from toxicity and things like that. And
yeah, it's super important to have things like that in place. So I'm glad they worked on it.
Yeah, they have tested it on all these different things that are actually kind of like hate speech and toxic tests. And my favorite one of these was toxic chat. It it almost sounds like My ex-girlfriend? No, just kidding.
Maybe they just uploaded all the chats.
Yeah,
Straight to-
yeah, they
as
just got
catalyst.
her message log, and that's how they did it.
It's gone pretty well. Like you can see, we've
Yeah,
got
so
0.729 out of 0.811. I'm not entirely sure what this means though.
yeah, me too. And also there is the Gemma 2B, 9B, and 27B. So those are the sizes of this Gemma model. And I don't really know what this means. It seems like it's very high up. But yeah, it's kind of a shielding or safety protocol or a test that they can go through, which I think is good. Obviously,
Yeah.
if it's integrated with, we don't want any hateful comments, we don't want any toxicity, we don't want any of these things.
Any bad responses like
Yeah.
Claude sometimes gives me, because I've actually used Claude quite a lot, and I managed
Yep.
to break it like twice. And actually, because when I asked it to summarize the text, I think, and I asked like a couple of questions, and it actually glitched, and it came up with the answer. Oh, like here's a more stupid version of what you asked, or something like that. It was like,
Oh, wow.
seriously? Yeah.
I haven't broken Claude yet for sure.
I have
Yeah.
twice.
Well, and what happened at the other time?
Something similar. Like I asked it to rewrite the response it gave me, and then it pretty much did something similar, and just like kept saying the same like sentence over and over again. It was weird.
Whoa, hey. Yeah, that's really interesting. I have also started using Claude 3.5 a lot more when it comes to just writing with it. When I know that I have to write something, obviously I did a comparison between Claude and ChatGPT, and I think still ChatGPT is the best like overall product because it can search the web, it can produce images, it can you can upload a big files to it, where in Claude you can upload files but only smaller. But I really used the 3.5 a lot for just writing to it, and it seems a lot smarter, it seems a lot nicer, it gives a lot better responses, so I also started using it.
It does. That's true.
So the last part here is the Gemma scope that I think is super interesting, where they're basically looking at how AI responses work, and it uses a sparse autoencoder to analyze and understand how the model processes information and makes predictions. So I went kind of deep into this, and apparently all the responses are basically they don't understand what goes on inside of the black box. But now they have this actual Gemma scope that you can test on Neuronpedia. We'll have all the things in the show doc, that you basically have the microscope where you scan Gemma's 2 brain to see what it's thinking. So super fascinating. I've never seen anything like this. And here we can see that the goal is to understand what AI is thinking. Gemma scope breaks down Gemma's brain into millions of parts called features. A feature is something that activates in the AI's brain when it sees a specific concept or idea, like words about cats. For example, when you send a message like "I like cats," it activates the words about cats feature in the AI's brain. So we can test it. There's a demo here. I think.
So you can basically see how AI comes up with the answer. Is that what this is?
Yeah, I'll show you right now how it looks like. I still don't understand it fully, but we can click on food here. So here is the activity sent, text sent to Gemma. The chocolate lava cake at La Petite Boulangerie is a delight, oozing with rich molten chocolate as soon as you break into its perfectly baked exterior. Damn! This AI model can speak. And here you basically have the top features that are basically the millions of parts of the brain. And here is kind of thinking mentions and descriptions of foods and desserts, and it uses 12 tokens for this. Elements relates to baking and dessert preparation, so cake, lingerie, into it's perfectly baked. And here we have elements related to food and dining experiences. Okay, that makes sense.
Right, so those are the kind of thoughts that AI is having when it sees the question, and then if you hover over it, you can actually see on the left you've got the response, and it highlights the specific kind of words that
exactly. So if we highlight the petite, for example, I wish we could do both of them. Boulangerie, oozing. Oh, it has double O. Rich. Yeah, so here you can see they have multiple different features that are activated, like terms related to wealth and affluence. It also components of processes related to chemical formulations and mixtures, or it could be candy and confectionery products. So it's obviously very complicated to see one word can have so many different contexts and meanings, and then it kind of gets all of it down into the context and tries to figure out what it actually means and things like that. And they actually have a second feature. Yeah, what you?
Yeah, and if you think about it, like it does it all in like 2 seconds or something like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And here it says, great, now can you find a feature related to dogs? I think we're gonna skip this one. So those were basically the Gemma 2B, the small model that is open sourced from Google that is focusing on the safety shield and the Gemma scope. I really like that they're having these safety measures in place, and also that they're trying to build open source small models that could possibly be integrated into a friend.
Maybe we'll have that inside the little necklace. And obviously the fact that they're trying to figure out how the AI is actually coming up with the responses. It's it's all cool.
Yeah, I like that. Should we jump into the ChatGPT voice mode? I think that's the one that I saw one take today of examples, but I know that you have a bunch of examples of the voice mode, right?
So ChatGPT voice mode finally here after 3 months, I think it was when the GPT-4o got announced. So and at the same kind of live events, they've also announced the GPT-4 voice, which they haven't released until now. I don't know why I say it in that way, but anyway.
Yeah. And when we saw it, it was quite amazing. Like it can sing, it can speak, it can whisper, it can speak in sort of a fairy tale voice and story time voice and all of these things. So I was super excited to see it.
Yeah, it can speak in different accents, different languages. You can interrupt it, and also just as a reminder, because it was so long ago when it was announced, it's a kind of a voice mode within ChatGPT that's more natural and feels more real time than the normal kind of voice option that we already have inside ChatGPT. So it feels a lot more like you are talking to an actual person rather than an AI, which is why a lot of people are just so hyped about this feature. And as you've said, I've got a few examples to show. So let's just
remember to click on the sound share sound option when you share the screen.
Okay. I kind of thought it would do that automatically, but
there's like a little tick box to the right.
Yeah. I can now. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the feature that I'm super excited to get. And yeah, a little spoiler, some people have access to it, but most don't have access to it.
Yeah,
so I'm just waiting.
It's slowly being rolled out to Plus users. So you need to have a Plus plan to actually be able to access it. And obviously, more and more people are going to get access to it over the coming days. But right now, it's only available to a handful of users. And here we have a few examples that I hope you'll be able to hear. If I just play this one.
I have access to this amazing Pokemon Yellow original Japanese version, but I can't really speak Japanese, so could you help me translate the text?
That's awesome. I'd love to help with translations. Go ahead and show me the text, and we'll work through it together. This is the classic Professor Oak introduction. He's saying, "Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Ready for your adventure? Professor Oak is ready to guide you through your journey. Enjoy the adventure. Pikachu and many other Pokemon are waiting for you. If you need more translations or help along the way, just let me know."
Thank you.
Yes. So
Wow.
let me just stop there. Yeah. So it's not only that you can hear it like speak more like an actual person. It's also how fast it is. You could see like the text in Japanese appear on the screen, and it just translates it like straight away almost.
Yeah.
So super fast and super accurate, I believe.
I didn't even think about. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It was with a video as well. So you basically got the vision and the voice model together that can just be very fast. That's crazy.
So yeah, I guess we don't need the friend anymore.
Yeah, friend is done.
Already after an hour, I think.
Yeah, before pre-orders.
Right, so let's take a look at the Swedish inspired tongue twister.
Can you translate the Swedish tongue twister "sex laxar i en laxask" to English?
That Swedish tongue twister translates to 6 salmon in a salmon box. Quite a mouthful, right?
The laugh.
Sure. Can you make it more tongue twisty in English?
How about 6 slippery salmon sliding in a salmon box? That's a bit of a tongue tango, isn't it?
Wow.
I think you can make it harder.
Okay, let's try 6 slick, slippery salmon squeezing in a stuffed salmon box. How's that for a twist?
Pretty good, but can you make it harder?
All right, let's go with 6 sleek, slippery salmon sliding sideways in a stuffed salmon box. Quite the tongue twister challenge.
Sure. But how about if you change the tongue twister so that you use words that don't start with an S?
Okay.
How about this? 4 fat fish flipping in a flat fish box. A bit different, but still a tricky one.
I like that one. Okay, thanks.
It's like it can take like the original context and just come up with a response straight away, and also with obviously the laugh as well, and all the different like things you expect to hear, as if you were talking to a person. So
yeah, the laugh was really surprising to me. It was just like, oh, ha ha ha, that's funny, you know. But also, I feel
you don't. Yeah,
I feel like there's some sort of. Sorry, you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't ever get that from ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is very different, and I do feel like it's some sort of robot hell where you are just repeating slippery things again and again and again for eternity. That it's like, okay, I'm fine. Okay, is that not good enough? Now do a tongue twister on A, okay? In a fish box. Oh god damn.
I mean, if it says, "Oh, just give up now," like,
yeah,
something else, I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, exactly. Come on, if it's that lifelike, it should be like, bro, the last one was fine.
Bro, seriously. Move on. Right, should we watch some more, or is that enough?
Yeah, I really like those ones actually. We can keep going.
Oh, that one's gonna be cool. Attempting various US regional accents. It's 3 minute long, so if you want to stop me at any point, just let me know.
Yeah, accents is really.
I want you to list out some of the most distinctive US regional accents.
Accents are fascinating. Some distinctive ones include the Southern drawl, the New York City accent, the Boston accent, the Midwestern accent, and the California accent, which is sometimes called Valley Speak. Each has its own unique rhythm and pronunciation quirks that make them stand out.
Okay, can you add to those Cajun and Wisconsin?
Absolutely. The Cajun accent from Louisiana and the Wisconsin accent, known for its distinct vowel sounds, are also quite distinctive U.S. accents.
Okay, now I want you to perform a conversation with each accent represented by a speaker, and I want the speakers to be advocating for their own regional dish to be the best in the country.
Well, hey, y'all. If we're talking about cuisine, you can't beat Southern barbecue. Slow cooked, tender, and slathered in sauce, it's the tastiest. Sure, barbecue's nice, but nothing beats a New York pizza slice. Thin crust, foldable, and the perfect combo of gooey cheese and tangy sauce. Ah, but have you all tried a lobster roll from Boston? Fresh lobster meat on a buttery toasted bun? Now that's wicked good. I don't know, there's something special about a Midwest hot dish. It's hearty, comforting, and brings everyone together around the table. Well, I'm just gonna say it. Cajun gumbo is where it's at. Spicy, flavorful, and packed with seafood. You just can't beat it. Oh yeah, but have you tried cheese curds from Wisconsin? Fresh, squeaky, and best when fried? They're the real deal.
Sorry, it's
good. It's good, but I don't know, like, did it get all the accents kind of correct? I heard the Wisconsin one, but then New York pizza one, I was like, that's definitely not New York accent almost.
I don't know. I don't know my US accents, so I can't confirm. if it did British ones, I would be able to guess, but not American ones. Yeah,
I like that it's possible to do it. There was one that you could show like excitement and stuff. Did you see the one that was like some sort of football match, and it got more and more excited? Maybe there's not one here.
Pronunciation, cat sounds.
Yeah, we could try the cat sounds one.
No, I don't think it's here. We could try searching, but let's do this one.
Yeah, I'll find it when we listen to this one.
There you go. It's only 40 seconds.
And what about a cat?
A cat would go meow.
And what would it sound like if you were in the room with a real cat?
It'd sound like this.
And what if it was an actual cat? What would it sound like?
It would sound just like this. Meow.
And what would it sound like if there were multiple cats doing it at the same time?
Then you'd hear something like this.
Jesus Christ. Is there anything that ChatGPT can't say right now or can't do?
Yeah, exactly. You just go around and round. What about dog sounds? What does the bee sound like? It sounds like I have a 2-year-old nephew, right? And we're like, what does the cat say? And he's like, meow. It almost sounds like this ChatGPT version is like a 2-year-old kid.
Awesome. Yeah, so did you find the one with the post?
Yeah, I sent you in Slack. There should be a link. And that was super interesting. The way that it can kind of emphasize the specific sort of energy.
All right, let's take a listen.
hey, I want you to act like a sports commentator commentating a soccer match. And I want you to really get into it and scream when a goal is scored and get really excited.
All right, folks, we're in the final minutes of this intense match. The home team is pushing forward, passing with precision. The striker's got the ball. He's weaving through the defense. He shoots. Goal! Goal! Absolutely unbelievable strike. The crowd goes wild as the home team takes the lead in spectacular fashion. What a moment!
Good, now do it again, but get even more into it. Get really excited.
The tension is unbearable as we enter the dying moments of the game. The home team is pressing hard. The crowd is on the edge of their seats. A beautiful pass down the middle. He's past 1, 2 defenders. This is incredible. He's in the box. The goalkeeper charges out. He shoots. Goal! An unbelievable goal. The stadium erupts. The fans are delirious. What a breathtaking finish to this match. This is what soccer is all.
Glitched for a second.
I'm surprised he didn't pass out.
Almost, they almost did. I mean, if you this stopped. If you get the script right, I mean, I would say football commentators, rest in peace. Like that can replace them.
Yeah, that was really good too. Like he said, like going past the defender, shooting and goal, like all the things that a commentator would definitely say.
Almost. I think if you work on a script, if you like, yeah, but yeah, it's super accurate as well. Like the excitement parts and the goal parts, especially, super cool.
Yeah. Do we have any more examples of the actual video parts that you could see the video camera and talking at the same time? Because I thought that was really cool.
Let me have a look. Yeah, I think there's just one example. What you were showing the text in Japanese. Oh, actually, correct pronunciation. I don't think there are. Let me just try and search for.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely incredible. Like, this is the type of voice that we've been looking for. And there are also other features, like you can actually interrupt it when you are speaking to it. It will just actually stop speaking. That I think is a cool feature. Obviously, the video feature is incredible. And I wonder how it will do if you actually... if you actually show it your computer, and can you actually show it code with the video and then it actually replies, or like can it do like how-to tutorials, for example, how do I edit this image, and then it actually does it in Photoshop, kind of instructing you through that. That would be really interesting to see.
That'd be cool if you could do that. I think because we've got the ChatGPT app for iOS, right, which can obviously see a screen. I wonder if the voice is going to be available in that app as well. That would be cool, because you could almost like talk to it like it's your assistant, right? You can show it the screen and just talk to it like a person. That would be really cool.
Yeah, and when they, I remember they released the ChatGPT app, and there they actually had a screen share feature to ChatGPT in desktop. I think that was really amazing, because then you can obviously see the screen in real time and you can chat to it with a voice. So that's going to be next level. But I guess I'm just super excited to get this voice mode. And when I get this voice mode, I'm definitely going to make a video about it and ask it 10 different tongue twisters until it can't stand me anymore.
It's going to be like, just give me a break, Andy, please.
Not again. Like every time I open the voice thing, it's like, oh, hey, Andy.
Oh, it's him again.
A perfect transition from football or soccer, as the US people say, but Europeans, obviously, we go football. AI is in the Olympic. Of course, it is. Football is American football is something that you hold in your hands and run. Since we're talking about sports, AI in Olympic Games. So I didn't actually know this, that AI would be deeply integrated into the Olympic Games. Have you seen any of the Olympic Games, or are you following those? Or following?
I don't actually, but I've seen a video of someone talking about how AI is obviously changing the game when it comes to Olympics, and yeah, I'm interested to hear more about it.
Yeah, it's actually a lot deeper than I thought. So I started reading this article here from Inverse, and apparently the Olympic Committee, or International Olympic Committee, IOC, has unveiled an Olympic AI agenda. And I was like, Olympic AI agenda? That sounds like right down my field. And there was a 2-hour-long video of what they were thinking about in AI and things like that. Now, I think that these sports things usually have a lot of copyrighted material, so I don't really want to show a lot of this video, because I think because it's the Olympic things, it's always like they're trying to take down videos and stuff. But this guy was basically talking about how they're integrating AI into all the Olympic sports and what they are focused on. And there are basically 7 different things that they're trying to get into the Olympics. And we can kind of talk about them a little bit each. So the first one was like athlete performance and training. Is where they identify talent by analyzing large data sets of performance, physical traits, and skills. And they have a really interesting segment of this video where they actually go to some country here. I can't remember. I think it was Zambia. And they train it with just a phone and a camera. And they train them on all these different things. And you can see acceleration, distance, maximum speed, average speed, constant speed, rotation, balance, impulse, height, and a lot of these different things. So they can actually find talent from all across the world with just a phone. And they're powered by Intel. Super detailed. And this obviously means that they can find better talent. And this obviously is very cool. There was a girl that came on stage, this girl here, that is, I don't know if she's a current skier or if she is a previous skier or something like that. But she said like, oh, I would love to have this identification of talent when I was young, because I actually don't like skiing. I like tennis. I thought that was pretty funny. It's like, yeah, okay, professional Olympic skier, but I don't like the cold. That's what she said.
Then why? Yeah. Then why did you go into tennis?
I think it was like parents or something like that. I didn't watch too much. Also came 2 other guys on stage that were one of them was like Olympic a shooter. So he was a shooter, and he actually started integrating AI into his own workflow, starting from back to figure out how each shot would, if there was a lot of wind outside and in different conditions, he could kind of have an AI trained model to kind of predict where the shot was going to go better than obviously having nothing there. So that was some of
I just love how they find all those different use cases for AI. Like it can like not only make the content creators' life better, but also like people like performing sports, right? I just love seeing that.
Yeah, and there's 7 key points there. I'm not sure how much we're gonna go into each of them. I just think it's pretty fascinating. one of the things that they talked about was personalized training plans, where they was going to use AI to optimize athletes' performance and uncover hidden patterns in behavior. One of the things that happened here was this guy that is a Alibaba, I think Alibaba exec or something. I don't really know. But they were training an AI robot on table tennis. And one of the best gold medalist table tennis players, he was training against this AI robot. And then the AI robot was trained on different athletes' kind of movements. And this opens a whole new training pattern as well. That if you know you're going to play against this opponent, you can train the AI to play as that opponent and kind of, because they all have different techniques, they all have different skills and different ways of hitting it.
Yeah.
So that allows us to, train on what matters in the moment. And I can think about, I don't know, if we had like a boxing AI or something like that, an actual robot, one of them is Mike Tyson, all of a sudden bites your ear off.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to train with robot that's trained on Mike Tyson moves.
Imagine you got a Conor McGregor robot just like walking like this,
walking like that. So sick.
So I actually ended up not watching the entire thing. I watched just these things, but I can kind of break down all the 7 different things and what the goal of this International Olympic Committee was to not only embrace technological change while preserving Olympic values, because they obviously don't want robots to be the people that are in the Olympic Games. That makes no sense. But they actually want to use the knowledge that they gained from the 2024 Paris Olympics to be shared with other sports organizers to create more engaging and cost-effective events. And I can just list them up, all the things that they are doing. So basically injury prevention and rehabilitation. And one of the cool things there is that they can actually identify injury risk factors and provide personalized recommendations. So they can detect imbalances in movements and patterns that suggest that they are doing something different or something that they shouldn't be doing. We obviously have
things like the things like that. Also, super hard to spot for a human, right? But if you've got like a robot with camera, right, who's trained to pick out those things, it's going to be super helpful for any type of sport.
Yeah, a lot. And there is one of them that are talking about like gymnastics. And in gymnastics, there are obviously like moves are so much harder if you have the legs out or if you have the legs in. It's a lot different. If you do, for example, a handstand with a split or something like that, it's way harder. And they were talking about having a referee. So that's actually, the second one is injury prevention and rehabilitation. The third one is refereeing and judging. We already got some pushback on the referee of the world, European soccer. What's that called? The Euros. Exactly. Where some people love that there is like a technological advancement, and some people hate it because it's like stopping the sport. If there's an offside, you can kind of see that there's a knee that is not right above the line and stuff like that. And some people think it's hating on the sport.
Yeah, I kind of get this argument, and I've seen a video like it was a few months ago. They did like a test. They had the camera that was kind of powered by AI to kind of follow where the ball is, right? So they had a camera set up for it, and there was a referee, I think, on the line, and he was bald, right? And the camera would actually pick out his head as a football. It would follow him instead of the football. It was so funny.
That's insane. That's one of the things with AI, right? Imagine he paints like a football pattern on top of his head. The camera will just be tripping out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the I really like that AI is integrated with the judging, because I really believe in fairness. Like, it should actually be by the rules. And some people are saying, oh no, it's like it takes too long to actually wait for the camera movement, and then they actually do all these things. But I like the fair play, you know?
Yes, it's going to help with that a lot, for sure.
Yeah. And in gymnastics, as I said before, AI, they have an AI judging support system that will be applied to match gymnast movements to the rule book, making scoring more transparent. I don't know if you've seen some gymnastics, but that's wild. Like, they're doing flips, they're doing like, backflip handstands, like all these different things. And I feel like when you just got a judge that is like holding up a score, it would be kind of cool to have an AI that's like, damn, we have the AI voice conversation feature. It's like, whoa, that's just crazy.
The goal.
Yeah, do it in a Boston accent.
It's gonna be
yeah, on all sports we just have ChatGPT judge. So that's basically the referee and judging. The fourth thing is enhancing spectator experience. So they are creating more personalized fan experiences, although the specific details are not known yet. So apparently there was, I heard a little bit about Google actually creating some experiences. It might be, I didn't really see much of that because I didn't come too far through this, but it might be some picture things or that they are just bringing together to make it a better experience. Not really sure.
Probably. Sounds like it.
The fifth one was event operations and sustainability. So AI will be used for optimizing transportation, workforce training, logistics, and ticket sales, improving efficiency and reducing costs. I think that's really cool. The sixth one was social media monitoring, where AI tech will be employed to safeguard athletes and officials from social media abuse by automatically erasing abusive posts. So that's really good. There was actually I actually watched the opening ceremonies, and apparently I watched also the news before that, which said that there had been some threats on the metro or something like that, and therefore the metro didn't work, or I think maybe some trains or something. And obviously that is kind of bad. And if that spreads across social media, it's better to use AI to monitor that and know what's happening. I think that's cool.
Yeah, if it's fake news, right? It's good to have some kind of AI system to pick that out. So it's good.
And the last one, the seventh one, was data analysis. Like orgs like Swimming Australia are already using AI to interpret athlete data using natural language. So everything from finding key players that are 14 years old in Zambia, to injury prevention, judging, enhancing the entire experience as a whole, and trying to just make these athletes better at their sport is invaluable insight.
It's really going to affect pretty much every area of the sport, right?
Yep. Yeah, I really think it's an amazing thing that they've done. And I also love that they're embracing AI, figuring out how to use AI to actually enhance human performance, because we obviously want to get better and be just a stronger humanity.
That's it. And, that's what AI is for at the end of the day, to enhance our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we jump?
I think I've seen one more. I don't think you've mentioned it, but I think there was an app that the athletes could use. It was called something like Athlete GPT or something like that. It's like a AI chatbot that the athletes could use as well, which is really cool. I'm not sure exactly what they can use it for, but the whole idea of it, I like.
Yeah, I don't actually know what the app is, but he did talk about this app and that people anywhere could use it from anywhere in the world. And it would be really cool to have some sort of scoring system or leaderboards or something like that. So yeah, we gotta dig more into that, I think.
We've got 3 short news that we just want to mention. And the big one, I think, that happened this week is the Canva announcements. So they've actually acquired Leonardo AI, which is pretty bold move, I'd say. Obviously, the terms of the acquisition, we don't know the exact terms of the acquisition, but from what we know is that obviously because Canva is acquiring Leonardo, it doesn't mean that Leonardo will be gone. We will still be able to use Leonardo as before. So the product will stay. It's just the terms of the agreement is that the Leonardo tools and models will be embedded within Canva AI tools. I believe it was called Magic Studio, where you can use all different AI Gen tools. So this way you're going to be able to use Leonardo, and it'll be the Phoenix AI model, the newest model that they've introduced. That's going to be embedded within Canva, which you're going to be able to use to create designs, templates, and basically anything that you'd normally create within Canva. But it'll now be done with Leonardo. So
yeah, I think that's amazing. Leonardo is one of my favorite AI image generators that has been free from the beginning. It always gave you not too many credits, but also not too little credits. So you could actually generate some cool images. In the beginning, they obviously used like Stable Diffusion. But now, I think it's about a month ago, they actually got the Leonardo Phoenix, which is their own AI image model. And that obviously took it to the whole new level. I am a big fan of Canva. So I do see this as a good kind of integration and partnership or acquisition. I really wonder how much they actually acquired it for. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's a good question. Unfortunately, they haven't disclosed the exact amount. We can only assume. And yeah, it seems like this will be a good move for both parties actually, because obviously the Canva will have better AI that they can allow their users to use, but also Leonardo is going to receive all that money that they're going to use, and they've actually said it, and they're going to use it to expand their research team, which means they'll be able to accelerate the development of new models even more. So yeah, as I said, it was a good move for Leonardo and Canva, I believe, is what it looks like.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I didn't really like how Canva integrated AI before. They did have an image generator, but it wasn't really that good. And that they now have an actual AI company that focuses heavy on the AI image side. And I tested the AI video side. It's really bad, the AI video. But hopefully with this funding, or I don't even know how it's going to work, but it seemed like they were going to stand alone by themselves, and that they were going to be still 2 separate companies, and they're going to kind of leave Leonardo to be Leonardo, and then Canva just getting the upgrades and benefits from that. I think it's a big win for both of them.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. So they're obviously going to stay as 2 separate products. It's just obviously the fact that you'll be able to use Leonardo inside Canva. And also, if I don't know exactly how those features are going to be shown inside Canva. But then if someone goes to Canva and tries to generate an image using AI, he'll obviously see that the image is generated with Leonardo, maybe, which obviously can then get their name out there even more. So yeah, it's a big win-win, I think.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Canva is obviously like I think the biggest Photoshop competitor in a sense, where you can create the graphic designs and you can create all of these things online. So I like that they didn't do Dolly 3 or they didn't do Midjourney. There's actually a third one that I really like. Leonardo is really good. So it brings a bit of competition. There was also another thing that we wanted to talk about with the Perplexity for Publishers program.
Right, so Perplexity for Publishers program. All this is the way of Perplexity rewarding publishers for AI using their work. That's basically what this is. So previously, whenever you would go to Perplexity and search for something, you would see you would get the answer, and you would also get the sources. So the list of sources where the information came from. That was their way of crediting the original creators. But now, in addition to that, whenever someone searches for something in Perplexity, the work that's being used to generate an answer, and obviously the publisher behind it is going to be rewarded, and obviously the way it's going to work, it's still the early days for the program. It will obviously adapt as we go, but there are basically
I saw that.
three main ways.
Yeah, there was three main ways. Like one of the things that I saw, I read the article beforehand, and they said like, yeah, brands can pay to ask specific related follow-up questions. That one is really interesting. So they can pay to ask specific related follow-up questions. So if I ask, for example, best shoes or something like that, when I get a response, the next follow-up question could be like, which Nike shoes should I buy? Am I getting that right? Because that sounds really weird.
It does. I've read something about this, but I didn't include that here for some reason. I missed that part.
Yeah, it's like also they earn revenue from an interaction where a publisher's content is referenced, and they also have a bunch of partners, right?
Yeah. So the way this works is, see, not all creators and publishers are going to be able to join the program. At the moment, Perplexity only invited a handful of publishers to join the program.
I see some of them here, like Time, Der Spiegel, Fortune, Entrepreneur, the Texas Tribune, and WordPress.com.
I was looking for a list. Yeah, so they include obviously the Time, Der Spiegel. So big brands have been invited, and in terms of what they will get from being part of this program is, number one, the revenue share. So as I said before, whenever you get the search results and it's actually based on the work from one of those publishers, they will actually get paid for the content. So that they'll get the share of the revenue that Perplexity gets. And what they also receive is the API access to Perplexity, which will allow them to kind of build their own chatbots powered by Perplexity that people can use and only get responses with the sources cited
from only that site.
From only that website or that site.
Cool.
Yes, I'm not sure if I explained it correctly, but that's basically how it's going to work. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So the API access, which is big, and also as a little added bonus, all the employees who work for the publishers will receive the enterprise plan for 1 year for free, which is always nice.
Yep.
So
yeah, I definitely use Perplexity a lot, and I don't know if you use it still. I mean, we did use it quite a bit before, right?
From time to time.
Yeah. It's been something that I love to use, and also I love to use the Perplexity Chrome extension, because I can go on a news website and then I can click the, I don't know if you see it in the top here, you can literally ask anything from the page itself. So I can click on here and I can click on, oh, it actually doesn't work on this website in particular, but I can click and then it says on this page only. And then I just ask about the page. So that's like some of the ways that I do the research and when I have different questions. So yeah, I use it a lot. And it's one of my favorites.
I should probably start using the extension as well then.
Yeah, maybe we should contact them, become a publisher, and then we get pro for a year, baby.
Yeah, we're not quite as big as Time just yet.
Yeah, I think it's cool that it's a very innovative way of doing revenue share. I obviously like that they haven't had much revenue share, because then it doesn't become Google, and you can obviously get people to, when you're looking for search questions, you hope to have it super unbiased. But with this, like the shoe example that I was talking about before, like if you can actually pay to get your answer or the related question up there, then it could be like very biased all of a sudden, and you're just kind of forcing people to ask questions that they aren't really coming up with themselves. So hopefully they will still be very transparent, that this says like an ad after the question or something, like sponsored after the question. Or it's gonna be interesting to see. Does it say anything when it actually launches?
Definitely. That's a good question. That's a good question. I haven't noted that.
Yeah, no, me neither. And it's going to be interesting to see, like all of a sudden we'll see on Perplexity that there are some sponsors or some, I mean, they got to make money somehow. So, or I mean, it's still paid. So we'll see what happens there.
See what happens with it. I was going to say, speaking of AI, we're only speaking of AI.
Yeah, we got a new AI studio. Meta AI got an AI studio. And I really like that now you can create your own custom AI with AI Studio. But I want to tell you how this all started. So Meta, I think last year or maybe earlier this year, they had these celebrity lookalike AI chatbots. So celebrities were purchased their likeness for millions of dollars. You can see here, Meta paid some of the celebrities millions for their likeness. For example,
at least they haven't scraped it.
Yeah, exactly. They paid for it, so that's fine. And I want to show you an example. So this is from Tom Brady's Instagram right now.
You love sports. That's why we created Brew. Played by, yeah, that's Tom Brady. Go deep on sports.
Seriously? How could you not know that?
Okay.
Technological advancements. Seriously, how could you not know that?
I could not know that. There we go.
So they actually had planned. They had planned Tom Brady, Charlie D'Amelio, which do you know Charlie D'Amelio? just like a TikTok star dancer. Dwayne Wade, not sure who that is. Paris Hilton, Bear Grylls, Chloe Kim, and Josh Richards. So handful of really, really cool people there that you definitely want to talk with in an AI fashion. But they took it down. They basically said that, hey, this is not a good idea. We don't want to do this. Instead, we want to do AI Studio. So that's when they created this, which is create your own custom AI with AI Studio. And what this is basically you can make any type of AI avatar to make you laugh, generate memes, or travel advice. But also, you can generate an AI avatar of yourself that you can share with the world. So they have a bunch of different interesting ways that you can actually use it. But I think the first question is like, what have people actually created with it now? And
yeah, I was gonna ask actually, what are people making with it?
So there's a couple of people here. There's some examples.
Eat like you live there. That title intrigued me.
Exactly.
I gotta
So
say.
this guy is Mac Murphy. This AI offers personalized tips for embracing local dining customs while you're traveling. Now, I can't test it because Meta only works in the US.
Of course it does.
The EU is getting the lower end of the stick.
I wonder why.
So I actually tried to go into Meta AI yesterday with, like we talked about last time, with a VPN. Doesn't work anymore.
Of course.
Yeah, you actually have to log in with Facebook, and Facebook is connected to a country. Or you have to log in with Instagram, and that's connected to a country. So they got us. They got us, bro.
Can't use it anymore.
There's a different work case or use case here of What Lens Bro, where photographer and videographer Angel Barclay created an AI that offers tips on finding the perfect lens for your shot.
That sounds like something I need.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I guess like it goes to, I really want to test it because it really feels like a kind of a ChatGPT custom GPT. It's like programmed on specific inputs, and then like an assistant, like you are an AI chatbot that tells people lenses that you can buy. And that's like the custom instructions, and then it kind of just does that. So it doesn't seem like it's so innovative. But to go through the different ones, this one is called Flip Positive Affirmation Dog. So it's an actor and pet advocate, Rocky Kanaka's AI-powered dog gives you positive affirmations tailored to you.
AI-powered dog. Okay.
Yeah. Keep going. You can do this. Positive. I am strong and powerful. As a dog. Sammy the Stress Ball, meme creator. Assistant versus Agents created an AI character that helps you get through your stressful work day. Yeah.
Okay.
So here you can see the stress ball right there. And this all works. Yeah, you might be wondering, can you use this now? And the answer is yes, for US only.
I was gonna say, but that's for the US.
To get started, you can use ai.meta.com/AI-studio, or you can go to the Instagram app. It offers a variety of prompt templates that you can start from scratch to make an AI. And again, teach you how to cook, helps you with Instagram captions, generate memes. It seems pretty basic. It just seems like they try to make a different use case. It doesn't seem like there's an actual face that we saw from Tom Brady that is like kind of the face of it that goes up and down. It just seems like there's a profile picture.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something you can generate, but they just didn't show it in the article for some reason.
I think it's still just an image for now. It almost looks like a chat bot. So it's kind of like a new friend in your DMs, basically. But they did have some interesting use cases for creators. And I kind of want to dig into that one. Instagram creators can set up an AI as an extension of themselves that can quickly answer common DM questions and story replies. I think that's pretty fascinating.
I guess if you receive many DMs, then you can just have AI version of yourself answer them for you.
Yeah, and it seems to go into like the parasocial relationship that if you have like a lot of fans and they like you a lot, to be able to train an AI that is you, it's still a little bit sketchy. I feel like it wouldn't be the person, right? It's only going to be trained on X type of data, and then it won't answer as you, I think. But still, it might help like the fans actually connect with the creator on a deeper level. I think that's kind of cool. And actually, it says that it's whether it's sharing facts about themselves or linking to their favorite brands and past videos, creator AI can help creators reach more people and get fans faster responses. Also, they had this other use case. You can turn on auto replies on and off. So I think this is a really cool. I don't know how well this is gonna work. I don't really like that much. Obviously, there are tools that have auto DMs already if you really want to do that. But it seems very disconnected somehow.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to obviously copy what's already out there, create their own version of it. Well, yeah, we can't really say much without actually going ahead and testing it.
Yeah, I would love to test it. It also says that it is clearly labeled. That is an AI that answers it. But again, I really feel like if you're gonna message people, that you hope that it's somebody on the other side that replies to it, even if it's a virtual assistant or something. Like you feel like there is somebody there, and it's possible to reach out to somebody that you like, and you don't get this was generated by an AI. That kind of kills the trust very fast.
Yeah, exactly. So it can't really connect the audience.
Yeah, and that they're actually putting this into the app is kind of wild. I would like to test it out again. Obviously, we can't really test it out, but yeah, if you want to go and test it out right now, we can go to ai.meta.com/AI-studio or on the Instagram app. People tell us in the comments if you actually tried it or not.
And let us know what you think about it.
And that was all. I guess we can just thank them for watching.
Yeah, that's it for this week's AI news.
If you have any interesting things that you want us to talk about for the next podcast, obviously drop that in the comments down below. And yeah, we're going to be here to cover the latest and greatest of what's happening next week on Friday. Every Friday, baby.
The same time, same day.
All right, that's it. Peace.
Peace.